Hello everyone, Amradorn here, and welcome back to the Ramble SMP. I hope you're having a good day today. I'm doing well. I continue to plug away at getting things set up and running here in the city. The iron farm is fully operational, and it's pumping out iron and poppies like mad. I have repopulated the village and traded a lot more sticks. And I have set up my first shop, Am's Market. And it's really just, a few goodies here and there. Things like cookies, potatoes, a few moss blocks that I found. We have some blocks of amethyst. We have some amethyst shards. A whole bunch of spyglasses. Just little bits and pieces. Some bamboo. Let's see if we've sold anything. Let's see. We got some pumpkins and milk in here. Let's see. Oh, we must have sold something because we have 2, 3, 4, 5 diamonds in here. And yes, as you can see, that is the first diamonds that I have picked up. I still have not actually mined a single diamond, as we can see by the counter over there. I also know that somebody was over here earlier and was borrowing my sheep and maybe some cows. And yeah, he left me 3 more diamonds. So I have 8 diamonds without mining a single one. Thank you very much, British Weirdo. So here is this game. It is Excelsior, which is kind of cool. I need to find my egg and take my egg and my book. Egg is below the book. Do not take someone else's book. Binary Endeavor, I've already got theirs. If you're not interested, simply leave your egg and book. Do not read it unless you will play. Okay, so Amradorn's Conscience. Okay. I will take my egg and I will take my book. So I have Amradorn's egg, the book, and Amradorn's Conscience. All right, so let's see here. Where's my horse? There's my horse. Okay, let's head back towards my base. Endeavor. That's just so cool. Your egg is your conscience. Conscience. I can't speak. Lose your egg or break it. Your conscience is now broken. Time to go insane for a little while. Better not break that egg. You can hide your egg anywhere in your base. It has to be in an item frame. It must be visible and accessible, so no hiding it underground in a 1x1 area. So hide it well or even create a puzzle challenge for the egg. If you are to capture somebody else's egg, you must destroy it in front of that player. If you do not, you will suffer the consequences as well as your own. So choose your moment carefully. Once you have your egg, you will have up to 1 week to hide it. Best of all, have fun and get creative. I suggest not recording where you hide your egg. We don't want spoilers, unless you are creating a puzzle, of course. Just don't reveal how to do it. I'm going to have to think about where to hide my egg. I'm not sure yet. So I think for the moment, I'm going to put it in a chest in my house. I have a week to hide it. So, yeah. we'll have to really think hard about where it's going to be. It does need to be in an item frame, so I'll have to make one of those. It has to be somewhere in my base. So let's put it away for the moment. And let me think about where it's gonna go. Well, folks, I am about to go into the Nether for the very first time. Slide up the portal. Hello? What? Oh, really? Is that piece of crying obsidian stopping it from doing what it's supposed to be doing? Let's do this. Okay, so got that out of the way. Then we'll put regular obsidian up there. There we go. Okay. Portal made. Here goes nothing. Okay, well. Soul sand. Oh. Seriously. Soul Sand Valley. And we are way above everything. Interested. Wow. That's, I'm not sure how I feel about this. This is, kind of rough. Where we are at. There is some bones over there. Looks like there have been some folks moving around up in here. I do want some of this material. I definitely am going to need this in order to make a farm out of it. We're going to be trying to do some basalt stuff later. So we will want some of that. And there is a little basalt here. It's nice. Oh, and of course, we've got the floating gas bags, which I absolutely hate. Which I will probably die to. Because I'm, like, terrible at surviving in the Nether. Oh, yeah. Yep. Whoa, there's a hole there. Yep. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Oh, that's scary. That's definitely not where I want to be. Oh boy. Well, that was our first trip to the Nether. Let's sleep. So I have started to set up the waterfront next to my starter house, which is essentially a warehouse out on a pier. Not too far from the iron farm, which will eventually be turned into a lighthouse. Because I think that is probably the best thing for it. I need to get some glow lights before that happens, but we'll get those. I have started to fill this in, which means that the sugarcane is going to have to go. It wasn't meant to stay here anyway. This was all just kind of temporary. The cactus is going to have to go as well. Because this is all going to end up at this level. I'm going to end up terraforming quite a bit of this to make it match up with this height right here. Because this is where the pier is. So, yeah. The pier ended up at this height, so the rest of this area has got to match up with it. Now, before I get too far into building the city itself, I kind of need to lay out some roads. So I think what's going to happen is that we're going to start here, have a road go this way, and then we'll have a road go this way, and that will be kind of how we place the Port Authority building. You know, because it will go basically right here. And then my city streets are going to run basically north, south, and east and west. So my east-west roads will be my numbered roads. They're not going to be consecutive because I want to use some kind of iconic street names. I think this will be First Avenue right here. And then we're going to have like 42nd Street and 32nd, you know, 34th, you know, things like that. We'll kind of number them in there. I think the north-south street going in this direction is going to be like Industrial Way or something like that, because I'm going to put like some factories and warehouses over here. We're going to have a Broad Street or a Broadway, and we are going to have a Madison Avenue, and then we'll just kind of go from there and see how it all plays out. So that's kind of what I want to do next is kind of lay out where some of the streets are going to be and fill in the rest of this dirt here to at least kind of get the, you know, so I'm not trying to jump over this water to get up here. So we'll need to get that done, and which will mean removing the cactus and the sugarcane. So let me get that taken care of, and then we'll come back and see where we're at. Okay, so I have popped up here into my camera account so that we can get kind of a bird's eye view of the city layout. This is just a start. There will be more blocks beyond what you see here. I've only got like 4 city blocks laid out here. This center line here is Broadway. Now, Broadway is going to be 9 blocks wide. It will have a 5-block wide basalt / deep slate roadbed. And then on either side will be a 2-block wide sidewalk that'll be made of andesite, stone slabs, and maybe some stone brick slabs and some various things to kind of texturize it. And that's going to be Broadway. And that'll go right down the middle. Now, this street here by the front pier is First Avenue. Now, First Avenue is going to be also 9 blocks wide. Just to give it some depth here and kind of separate it from the pier. Now, Franklin Avenue over here on the right is going to be 7 blocks wide, as is Madison Avenue over here on the left. It will be 7 blocks wide. This block over here, kind of where the goat pen is at, is where the Port Authority building is going to go. And depending on how much room is left in there, we might put in a couple other buildings and shops in this block. the block over here with the wheat farm and Am's Market will just be set up for various shops and farms that are kind of designed within some I they're not necessarily going to be high rises, but they're going to be several story buildings. Behind it will be the similar, but in this area over here where it's kind of this open field, will be very similar. The block that is started here where the main part of the village is at is going to be the start of what is Central Park. Now, Central Park is going to be 2 blocks long and 1 block wide. And so there should be enough space in there for that. And then we're going to add some blocks of buildings around Central Park. Now, Central Park is also where my nether portal is going to go. And we're going to have kind of our manual tree farm in there. So we'll have basically all the different various tree types will be in Central Park, kind of where they are now, but more organized and set up. So that's kind of the start of the layout. On the other side of Franklin Avenue is going to be like some warehousing and some docks and stuff like that. So you can kind of see where this city is starting to kind of build out from here. So from that overview, you can kind of see that I have a massive amount of work that I want to do. Every building in the city needs to have an actual function. I don't want it to be just decorative. I want it to have a purpose of some sort, whether it's a farm with a store underneath of it, or just a farm, or what have you. There may be a couple of buildings, like I'd like to do a theater. There might be a couple of buildings whose main purpose is essentially to encourage role play with, between myself and other players on the server. But for the most part, every building needs to have a purpose and is active. So there is tons of work. The Port Authority building, for example, which is going to be probably, after I get some road work done, is probably going to be my first build, is my villager trading hall. So all the villagers that have been over in that house that's behind me will get moved into the Port Authority building, and then people can come in and trade with the villagers, and maybe leave tips. Maybe I'll sell goods that they can use to trade to the villagers. We'll see how that plays out. That nether portal over there is going to have to move because that's going to go to Central Park, which will probably change where my portal ends up coming out. I kind of need to get that plotted out fairly soon so that I have a good idea of where that is going to work out. So I have a ton of work to do, and I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really super excited about this entire build and this entire season. It is really taking me out of my comfort zone because we are going to be making high rises. We're going to be building skyscrapers. Maybe not like 40-story skyscrapers, but we're going to have some fairly large buildings in this city. And I hope it all works out really well, and I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah. But I am running out of time for this episode, so I am going to go ahead and call it here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button down below. If you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button. And until next time, you guys have a good one. Goodbye.